Hello, I'm Julie Cox and welcome to Let's Talk Real Estate. Today I will be talking about how to prepare your house for a showing, starting with the outside. Outside impressions are so important because they are the initial judgments that a buyer will take a look at. So a little bit of work goes a long way. And if a buyer doesn't like how the outside of your home looks, they won't even step inside your home. A good way to do this is to take a look at your house from street view. Does the house look like it's in good repair? Check the east troughs, downspouts, and fascia, and make sure that they're clear and away from the house. Landscaping is nice, but if it's not in your budget, at the very least, make sure your lawn is mowed, leaves are raked, and snow is shoveled. Make sure to sweep all walkways and the porch to ensure that it looks its best. And whatever you do, make sure you hide all recycling bins and garbages away from the exterior of the house. So let's take a look inside. The front entrance is another really important area to consider when you're preparing your house for a showing because it's the first place that a buyer will step into when they're taking a look at your house and initial judgments are made right away. So pay attention to the details. Make sure this area is well lit, tidy, and clutter-free. Take a look at the baseboards, trim, and light fixtures and make sure they're dust-free and no cobwebs. Getting rid of clutter and excess furniture is also really important to allow the room to feel more spacious. Now, I know this can be a daunting task, so a suggestion would be to pick one room at a time and focus on it. If you have some things that you don't need anymore, I would recommend picking your local favorite charity and donating to them. You used to use these things at one time, so why not give them to somebody who could make good use of it? If rooms and closets still look cramped, then I would suggest getting a storage locker and putting some stuff in there. You're going to end up moving anyway, so why not start that process now? Walk along the hallways and look in every room and see where your eye is drawn to. Better yet, if you have a critical friend or a family member that can help you do this, it's even better because sometimes when you live in your home, you can oversee the small things. Buyers want to move into a house that's already in perfect condition. So if there's burnt out light bulbs, change them. If there's squeaky doors, try and fix that. During your showtime, it's important that you leave the home and take your pets with you. Buyers feel a lot more at ease when the homeowner isn't around. Also, a good thing to do would be to turn on all the lights, open the blinds, and get some fresh air if weather permits. And make sure your house is clean. I know it's really hard to live in a spotless environment all the time, but this goes a long way, and it helps an offer come in for top dollar. Another good idea would be to put some baking goods in the oven or put some scented candles to really add to the feel of the home. And if you want, you can even add some music, but make sure it's not up too loud as it might distract the buyer from walking in through the house and taking a look at the home. Soft background music could also be a great idea to create a soothing environment, and it can camouflage traffic and neighbor noise. But make sure that it's not too loud as it would distract a buyer from taking a look at your home. Thank you so much for tuning in this week on Let's Talk Real Estate. I'm Julie Cox, and I'll see you next week.
Let's Talk Real Estate is brought to you by Bowes & Cox Limited Real Estate Brokerage, family owned and operated since 1956 with locations to serve you throughout South Central Ontario.